Hello, my amazing students. Today, I'm going to help you feel confident starting and having conversations in English. You're learning English because you want to speak it, right? So you are going to learn how to do that with these essential small talk phrases. Welcome back to J4's English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. First of all, you might be wondering, what is small talk? Small talk is polite conversation about unimportant and uncontroversial topics. Remember, unimportant. Small talk is supposed to be boring. Now, when can you make small talk? First of all, notice I said you make small talk. That's the verb you use, make small talk. I learned how to make small talk today. So let's talk about when you make small talk. Maybe you get to a meeting early and there are 3 to 5 minutes before the meeting starts. Perfect time to make small talk. You're in the elevator with a coworker or someone you don't know. Or maybe you're waiting in line at the grocery store or the bank. Or a perfect time when you sit down beside a stranger, like when you sit down on a plane and you're going to be sitting next to that person for 5 hours. You can make small talk. Let's talk about why you should make small talk. This will help you understand why it's supposed to be boring. Because small talk is just to fill silence. So if your elevator ride takes 30 seconds, you can go down 30 seconds in silence, or you can have 30 seconds of a boring conversation with your coworker or a stranger. The choice is yours. It's also to make the other person feel more comfortable. If you sit down on that plane and you're going to be sitting beside this other person for 5 hours, simply exchanging a few words will make both of you feel more comfortable. So now let's talk about all the phrases that you need to make small talk just like a native speaker. The first category is the weather. Nothing is more boring than talking about the weather, so it's the perfect topic for small talk. Now, because we work virtually now and you have members of your team all over the world, you can say, "What's the weather like in Toronto today?" assuming you're not in Toronto. So you can ask them, "Oh, what's the weather like in your city today?" Now, don't worry about writing down any of these phrases because I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. You can make a simple statement like, "Beautiful day, isn't it?" That's a great one with a stranger when you're going in an elevator. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" Notice you're adding "isn't it" as a question tag. You could say, "I hear it's supposed to rain this weekend." So it's supposed to, that's in the future. "Oh, I hear it's supposed to rain tonight, tomorrow, the next day, in the weekend, next month," any future reference. You can make a general statement, "I'm really looking forward to spring." And the other person will likely say, "Yeah, me too. It's been such a long winter. I know, right?" And then you just naturally have a boring conversation about the weather. Another simple statement, looks like another hot weekend. And then again, just like before, "Yeah, doesn't it? What are you going to do?" And then you can naturally start talking about the weather, or you can transition into the weekend, which we will learn about in just a second. One final expression for you. This one is a question. Is it still snowing? Now you can use this one if you have been in the office or inside and you're asking someone and you know they were just outside, or you might not know but you're assuming that they've been outside. Is it still snowing? Is it still raining? Is it still cloudy? Is it still sunny? And then obviously you use whatever weather is appropriate for the specific time. Another boring category that everyone loves talking about, traffic. Just ask your coworker or that stranger in the elevator, "How was the traffic? How was the traffic coming in this morning, leaving, whatever the time of day is. Now, if you know the person takes a specific route, then you could ask them, did you get stuck in the traffic on Main Street too? Because you know your coworker or the person you're talking to had to take Main Street. Now, even if this is a stranger, but you're at the airport, so they have to take a certain road to get to the airport, so you can still use this with strangers. You can make a simple statement like, the bus was 20 minutes late today. So you don't need a car to use these. You can use whatever method of transportation that you use. Another question for you. Do you know when? And then ask something traffic related. Do you know when the bridge is supposed to be fixed? And this is a bridge that the person you're talking to will 100% know is under construction. Again, this could be with a stranger because to get to the airport, you have to go over a bridge. Now, keep in mind when you're making small talk, you don't actually care about the answer. Remember, that's not the goal. The goal isn't to find out when the bridge is going to be fixed. The goal is simply to have a boring conversation, to fill time, to kill time, and to make the other person feel comfortable. Our next category, topical events. A topical event is simply something that people are talking about right now. It could be a holiday, a sports event, it could be a new movie, something on the news. It's topical, people are talking about it. So if it's the time of year of the Olympics, or just before, just after, and you're sitting next to a stranger on the train, you could just ask them, oh, what's your favorite Olympic sport? And the question will seem normal and natural because everyone is talking about the Olympics. Or if it's award season, you could ask, who do you think will win Best Actor? If it's a holiday, a major holiday, you could ask them, are you staying in New York for Christmas? Or you could ask another question related to that holiday. Around Thanksgiving in North America, everyone buys a turkey. So it would seem extremely appropriate to ask someone, even a stranger, have you bought your turkey yet? And it could turn into a really interesting conversation because they might have a story about it, or they might say, oh, actually, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving because I'm from, and maybe they're from a different country. And then even if they don't celebrate it, you can still have an interesting conversation. So it's a great conversation starter. Maybe there's a community event and you can ask them, do you know anyone running the marathon this weekend? And even if the answer is no, well, then you can still go back and forth. Oh yeah, me neither. I don't like sports too much. Oh, what do you like? And then it will naturally evolve. Movies are a great choice. There's always a new movie or a new Netflix show or even a new popular YouTube video. And you could ask them, have you seen the new Star Wars movie yet? And even if they say no, oh, what kind of movies do you like? Oh, you don't like movies? You like music? What kind of music do you like? And the conversation can naturally evolve. Just remember that small talk should be boring and non-controversial. Of course, elections are topical events, but you don't want to talk about elections when you're having small talk with a stranger or someone in the elevator. You should not ask them, did you vote yet? Who did you vote for? That is inappropriate for small talk. Our final category, the weekend, something everyone loves talking about. Now keep in mind, if this is on a Tuesday, you can talk about the last weekend. If this is on a Thursday, the future weekend. And if it's on a Wednesday, well, you can decide. You can talk about either one, past or future. So there's always a weekend to discuss. Did you do anything exciting this weekend? Now, this is in the past, maybe on a Monday or Tuesday. You can just change this to the future if it's Thursday or Friday. Are you doing anything exciting this weekend? What are you up to this weekend? Native speakers love using this expression. That's in the future. In the past, what were you up to this weekend? Being this past weekend. An easy one. Do you have any plans? Do you have any plans this weekend? Asking for a recommendation or advice, again, even if you don't actually want the recommendation or advice, is a great conversation starter. You can ask, do you know of any events happening this weekend? Or can you recommend? Can you recommend a great Italian restaurant or just restaurant in general or whatever restaurant you want? Or you could ask them, what's your favorite cafe near here? I love asking this question because I get to go to new places I would never find on my own. And I have tried some amazing spots just by asking strangers, oh, what's your favorite restaurant near here? What's your favorite cafe near here? You always learn interesting results. Now you have more than enough small talk phrases to get you started. Remember, everything is summarized in that free lesson PDF, so look in the description for the link. Do you want me to make more lessons teaching you more small talk? If you do, then put let's talk, because that's the purpose of small talk. Let's talk, put that in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And why don't you keep expanding your vocabulary so you can have great conversations with this lesson right now?